Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and it is 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to a therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time, night or day, and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you can get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off with your first month at betterhelp.com/XOOF-life. That's betterhelp.com/XOOF-life.
Hey kids.
Hey, this is Jermaine.
This is Rich.
And welcome to BDE Street.
I love how every time you're like, do I say it? I'm like, you always say it.
That's you say it too. That's what I'm like, okay, is it your turn? I'm thinking we on the rotation or something.
No, I'm just lazy. Yeah, so welcome back to our kind of new formatted thing.
Yep.
Definitely a fan of what we're doing here. So, if you didn't catch last week's episode, we gave you a little teaser, and we are going over double standards.
Double stairs.
What?
Double stizzards.
Okay, so we're 2 minutes in? It's already off the rails. All right, fantastic.
All right.
Strap in there, kids. So, I know I kept saying that the wife is going to show up. She has a big person job, so she's probably sleeping. So, is what it is.
Hey.
It's fine. Not that we don't have big person jobs, but she has a bigger person job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I married well, boys. I'm just saying. I don't know. So, not that anybody, well, I guess people that don't know us probably don't know this. So, I'm a white guy. Jermaine's a black guy. And we have kind of yapped about this a little bit. And this is going to be one of those episodes where I'll talk, but I don't know how you put it. It's kind of one of those things where there's a Tom McDonald song, right? And there's a line, it's something about, he's like, it's like something like it's 2019, how's a straight white guy bitching? Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know, for whatever reason that kind of line has been stuck in my head this whole week thinking about this episode, because let's just jump in. Let's go.
Well, I mean, we can ease into it. We can start off with it.
Nah, we're just. Nah, she wants it rough. Let's go.
Okay. I was gonna say we could ease into it with a different type of double standard. I mean, there's more than just the racial.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I figured, let's kind of be honest. That is probably the most prevalent one.
Okay.
Especially with the. You think about what's coming down the political, pipeline here.
Yeah.
Pretty sure DeSantis is a fucking Nazi, so that's good. But we'll leave that alone. Me and the wife had a nice little discussion, and now I'm just pretty much sad, and we're probably gonna move to fucking Toronto. Yeah, you're laughing. We're kind of serious, like legitimately.
Really?
Yeah, she's already.
Wow.
So she looked at going to like Switzerland, and it's like you have to pay like $1 million a pop to become a citizen in Switzerland.
What?
Yeah. I mean,
Hit me with the
okay. Oh shit! Wrong one. Fuck. There it is. Yeah. I gotta label the soundboard better so I know what the hell I'm pressing.
All right.
But yeah, let's. That's a whole different conversation. We don't do the politics here. We just. Yeah. Anywho.
Okay, let's just put our feet. Let's just dive right into the 9 feet and just go straight in.
Yeah.
No, there's no warming up to the water or no 2 feet. So the double standard that I'm experienced, opposed to you experienced, is just simply walking into stores. I mean, walking into a CVS, walking into a grocery store. Definitely walking into a mall or some type of clothing store. The very first, I don't know, I want to say the very first maybe 2 minutes of interaction kind of tells me how it's going to play out. So if I walk in and the person that's at the counter seems to be a nice person and they speak to me as I walk in, my first reaction is, this is probably not going to be as bad as I thought it is. Or the person behind the counter may be of ethnic background themselves. So I'm thinking to myself, probably don't have to worry unless, the experience tells me otherwise. But the majority of the time, you get a cruel look or a stare or just a look of untrustworthiness.
What are you here to do other than buy something?
Yes, I have an alternative agenda.
Right.
And maybe when I was in my teens, I did come into the store to, steal some Reese cups or something. So I did. I mean, but I am a 45-year-old, well, in 2 days, a 45-year-old black man, and I still get the same.
That's for the 45, not being the black man.
Okay.
But it's an added perk.
But I get the same scowl, same stare, and the same type of attention as if I'm in there to do more than what I'm in there for. I mean, within, let's say, a CVS or Walgreens, within the first, if I get the scowl right at the door, within 2 minutes, I'm thinking to myself, how long is it going to take before one of these other clerks is snooping around? I know it's a joke with that one movie, How to Drive Drunk, Don't Be a Menace or whatever, where the Chinese lady's like, hurry up and buy, and she's like in the freezer, and hurry up and buy. I mean, that might be an extreme part of the joke, but
you're not far off.
Yeah, the origin of that joke is very true. You walk in and within, like I said, within maybe 2 minutes, you are either being watched, followed. It seems like the cashier is more worried about you than they are ringing up the customers they may have in front of them. And it's just every store is pretty much that. And it's almost like, instead of you're innocent until proven guilty, you're guilty until you prove to everyone around in the store that I'm really here to just buy something and get the fuck out of here. Like, that's all I want to do. But that's not how it plays out. Meanwhile, when you walk into a store, Rich, how do you feel? Do you even have an inkling of, and they think I'm gonna steal something? Like, do you ever feel that feeling, or you come in with your dick out like, I don't care?
I mean, that's generally my clothing option anyway. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, look, full disclosure, we kind of had a little bit of a chat outside, pre-recording here, and kind of made the joke of, I'll go to a CVS to go get my medicine, and my biggest worry is don't buy Reese cups. Don't buy Reese cups. and then I buy Reese cups, and I'm sad. Then I'm real happy because I have Reese cups. Then I'm like, oh yeah, you have diabetes.
Yes.
And I'm also like, but Reese cups, it's fine. That's it. Like, it's ha ha ha, joke, but not really. Like, I don't have to think. And I will never understand. I'll never, like, you can tell me till you're blue in the face, which would be crazy because you're a black fella, and I just don't know how you would get blue. But,
even if you were being followed around, you probably wouldn't notice because you just wouldn't care.
Right, and the worst part of it is I would get followed around, and they're probably coming to say, hey, do you need any help with anything?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, nah, man, I'm all set. Oh, well, you have a great day. Would you like to fuck my daughter?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're offering, fine. But it's a weird white privilege thing, and I don't like using that verbiage, but, you know, kind of call a spade here.
Yeah,
you know?
Whether it's fair or not, it's a reality, so to speak. You know,
and you look, once again, full disclosure. I mean, I think everyone that's listened to this podcast for the last 2 months, kind of.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl, look at that.
Coming up on 2 months. Yep.
I mean, I feel like we need better stuff, but still. It's one of those things where I don't think about it ever. I don't have to. Like, there's nothing that makes me think that except when I'm with my wife.
See, it's because she feels that same hair standing up on her neck and that same awkward heat,
right,
that you get when you walk into a store.
Yeah,
and some would say your wife is whiter than you are.
Legit.
As far as personality wise,
I don't think some would say that. I would say most would say that.
But she's catching the heat simply because
her pigment.
Yes.
Like, she had a story, and I was with her and 2-3 years ago, something like that.
Okay.
We were at an Old Navy, and she was trying to buy the store because that's what she does.
She likes Old Navy.
Yeah, wait till sandal season comes. She will drop many $100 on stupid sandals that will get eaten by the cats. So, whatever. She went in there, and it was so long ago that I don't even really remember all the details, but she was checking like a clearance section or something. And this guy just was, literally from across the store, and it wasn't just like in the mall.
Oh,
thing.
So it was like a part,
actual,
like an actual dedicated Old Navy store. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like those little kiosk looking deals.
Yeah.
And this guy came from across the room and just slowly followed her. Didn't say nothing. Just watched her.
Acting like he folding clothes right next to her and adjusting tags, and you've done inventory as soon as you opened up. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Right. And, I was like, well, I don't know, like a few weeks ago, she's like, I really wish I would have let you said something. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
If you could have snapped in the store on the guy, and when the cops or the security got there, they would have came and went after her. They would have said,
what did she do?
What did she do? And they would have asked you, were you okay? And you're the ones causing the ruckus.
Right.
And the snapping. So.
And it's just, so I don't have like the experience from a personal, walking into somewhere and I'm persecuted because I am who I look like and whatever. But I've seen it kind of like secondhand.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. Like, it's
mind-boggling.
It really is, because it's such a stupid thing. Because I was going to say, they're too busy watching you instead of watching the people at the cashier.
Yeah.
People at the register are the ones that are fucking robbing you.
Yes.
So
I think there was I don't know if it was a Chappelle or it was some type of comedy show or comedy movie where they did exactly that, where they went into, I think it might have been that same Don't Drive, Don't Be a Menace, where they were so worried about the black people in the store, the white guys was robbing them blind, like walking out with like whole racks of stuff.
Oh no, that I think it was a Chappelle Show skit too.
Something. It was something I seen where they made fun of that exact concept. Like, while you're so busy worried about what the black person's going to do, you're getting robbed blind behind your back.
Can we just talk about Dave as a national treasure?
Yes.
Like, not only is this dude super funny, but you talk about just an in-tune kind of...
Dave Chappelle brought so many, like... He brought so many, like, stereotypes and just so many things that people kind of knew what was happening, but was kind of afraid to say it or afraid to display it. And not just from a black and white standpoint, but he even brought out things that, you know, black people felt uncomfortable saying about themselves. And he, like, made them realize, like, you do this, you know what I mean? And you know, that's what I love about him. It's like he brought so many things out that, you, like Bernie Mac would say, I'm just saying what you can't say. You know what I mean? He was making sure that he showed you, you know, things that you were probably always thinking, but they never came up publicly, really.
Now, I don't know how much this has to do with a double standard here, but not really have never been a super social media guy. Kind of always stayed away from it.
Yeah, same.
Obviously the podcast has, you know, dictated that I need to be social media savvy. It's fine. I mean,
me as well.
I mean, it's not a difficult thing. It's just kind of like, okay, I gotta actually pay a lot of attention. And I do. Like, I'm on that sumbitch like more than I really should be. But I really am trying to build our brand, so hey, whatever. Twitter is a fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, just the utter, just over the top, in your face racism.
Yeah.
And then people, like, I hate the word woke. I hate it.
You hate that concept? Yeah,
I hate it because it's like you're considered woke if you're like, hey, Jermaine, I like you because you're you. Or I dislike you because I dislike you. It's like the woke thing is like, you can't... I feel like they consider someone to be woke if they're actually like open to actually talking to people and hearing people's ideas.
As opposed to just running off your bigoted sense of mind. If you're willing to reason and to listen to people's perspective, you're woke. I
hate the verbiage on it because it has not because it's a bad word or anything. It's just the condescending nature that the word gets dropped. Even if it's in a text, you can just see that person say it. Like they have like the air quotes and the the utter just, oh, he's woke. What? You mean he's why is he? Oh, he's talking to the black fella. Okay. And?
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing left to... Okay, just he's that's... It's just, I don't know, it's the dumbest thing to me.
Speaking of the social medias, I don't know if you get this feel, but I get the feel, and I don't even use it, but I get the feel that, okay, when Facebook first came out, I know that was like the major platform, and what's his name?
Zuckerberg.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And it was like the main platform to, you know, post stuff and all that. I get the feeling like it's shifted where Facebook is kind of for...
old people.
No, I mean, yeah, older people, but minorities, black people. And then I think Twitter seems like it's the revved up white version of Facebook. It's like the more, you know... Like you said, you know, some of these...
I mean, that makes sense. If you actually look at some of the stuff that comes across a random feed, it's like...
Yeah. It seems like it's the evolved version of Facebook. Like, I mean, from what I've been told, you know, the platform, it seems like it's kind of dying a little bit. But, you know, I don't want to put anybody out to pasture or anything like that. But I just kind of get the feel that, you know, Facebook is kind of... You know, the black version, and then there's the black and the minority and the old version, and then there's the, you know, pompous white male version, which is Twitter.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny that you put it that way. You think about it, like if you actually look at Facebook, what it is now, it's random pictures. Here's what I ate.
Yeah.
Like I give a fuck.
Yeah. I hate that.
And little like
food posts.
mini like TikTok reel things.
Yeah.
That's it. Like Twitter, it does have that, but it seems to be that's kind of where your open forum, let me kind of put out something there. Let me just kind of put my thought out there. Which,
I mean, it almost can be, to me, it seems like Facebook was pictures and posts or words.
Right.
And then it seemed like if Facebook had a baby,
right,
Instagram would be the picture side of it.
right, yeah.
And then Twitter is the word side of it. And it's 2 kids.
No, I mean, that's a great analogy. I mean, it makes sense because it's like, and I get it. I mean, in theory, it's a great idea, but then just like kind of when a certain president was in office,
Yes.
gave people the voices that shouldn't have the voices, there should probably be people on Twitter that don't have thumbs to type with. Just
Yeah. Beer thumbs. You know how you get beer muscles and you think you're tough?
Yeah.
You get beer thumbs.
And it's just sad too. Like I don't know. I just see this stuff and I'm like, how are we still here? But anyway, I don't want to like keep harping on the same on that because there's other standards that we, should definitely talk about. Now, once again, it's gonna be one of those situations where.
Well, can I tackle mine?
No, you may not.
Dang.
White privilege, 2024. Let's go, baby. Now what's up?
My double standard, and it's not fair, but it's reality. My double standard is between men and women, and my double standard is okay.
That's where I was going.
Okay.
But I don't have anything to say about it because we're both dudes. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let me just preface this by saying, okay, if there's a guy in the neighborhood that is coming up and he has a bunch of women that he's dating at the same time.
Okay.
Let's suppose there's a guy that has like 3 or 4 women and, it's well known throughout the neighborhood.
Is his name Rich?
Actually, his name was Jermaine. So no, but I'm just saying, when he comes across his buddies in circles, and that these are his friends that know that he's messing with these 3 or 4 women at the same time, and what do you think that conversation is going to be like? What are they calling him? Or are they saying, "What's up?" Like, what's the main word that they're using or calling him? Because he's a pimp, right? Yeah. Like, and he's getting props.
He's that dude, yeah.
He's getting props. He's getting love. Like, he's getting, like, you even got other guys that may reach out to this guy and say, "Hey, man, can you give me some tips? Can you give me some pointers? Or can you push one of your girls my way or something like that?" But he's being celebrated.
Sloppy seconds. Golly. How fucked up is your life at that point?
Sometimes it gets that desperate. But at the same time, like I said, he's held high on a pedestal. He's looked upon as a neighborhood hero. Not a hero, but
but I mean he has.
He's not getting too many bad comments,
right?
And vice versa. Even the women that not outside of the women that he's actually dating, the other women chirp and talk and say, they may say to themselves, he must got something more. He must be somebody. Maybe I should try. Know. So he's looked upon as this folk hero, so to speak. Now let's reverse that to a woman.
Reverse cowgirl. Yeah. Let's go.
Now, if a woman is running around the neighborhood and she's stating, "I'm dating that dude. I got that dude. I got that guy over there." She has a stable of 5 dudes that she goes and sees and has sex with, so on and so forth. Do you think the men or the women or her friends or her mother or her aunts or her anybody, other women, are they calling her a pimp?
No, they're about to cut her tits off with a rusty fucking saw. No, and look, it's
He said a rusty saw.
a rusty saw. Left out in the rain for 3 days.
So if she's running around, why? And she's like, well, okay, let's suppose this girl grew up where she saw her dad was a pimp, and
Right.
she modeled herself after him. She was, well, daddy gets the great, he gets pats on the back. Why can't
Right.
I do what he do? How do you it's clear because she's doing the exact same thing that the previous guy in the previous example I mentioned is doing, but she's a hoe, right?
Yep.
I mean, like, how is that? That's not fair. But
Look,
reality, I mean.
that is one of those double standards that are it's older than time, and
yes,
it's because here's the one.
I mean, even in the biblical days, if there was a promiscuous woman,
right,
she would get stoned for
right,
her actions, having
Right.
more than one or two, going beyond that,
like basically you had to be a penguin, like you mate with one person for life, and if not, you're a harlot.
Yeah.
It's wild because you think about it. Here's the kind of the old tired trope. Oh well, it's not ladylike. Do you see some of the bitches now? They can't spell lady.
Well, I mean, see, that's another thing that I kind of we had this conversation where I said that a lot of the women in today's world in 2023 is a lot less faithful and loyal to a certain relationship because there are songs out there which are Cardi B's and your Megan Thee Stallions where they're telling these girls that it's okay to have multiple guys at the same time. So now they're being celebrated. Now they are pimps. There's even a song out there, "Girls is Pimps Too," and it's got a little goofy, corny beat to it, but it seems like of course the women of 2023 are a lot less loyal or a lot less
Right.
with the traditional relationship because it's maybe after so much time is finally the reins are being loosened a little bit on it.
Some of that, and I think generally speaking, people just jump into random relationships and with the thought of like, oh yeah, we met at the bar and we went home and we fucking hooked up and everything was cool. Hey, you want to move in? Yeah, sure. What? Are you a crazy person? And then somebody gets knocked up, probably the girl, just from like a anatomical
Probably
stance.
the girl.
But
Okay. I'm not touching that one.
yeah, that's nope.
Okay.
And they realize 3 weeks into this whole relationship that
3 full weeks.
3 full weeks. Well, they had to figure out the whole baby thing after the second week. But they realized, wow, I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
And then
On to the next one. Huh?
right, I think people also are afraid to have the conversation of saying, "Hey, I want out. Like and now I'm just talking about the people that are in relationships. Obviously, there are the other.
Okay.
There
So
are
having a hard time breaking off a relationship and dealing with the other, instead coexisting them together, like
right.
with the other guy, but not fully done with this guy, and you're basically sleeping with them both at the same time. So
Yeah, getting your cake and eating it too.
yeah.
No, but like the people that are single, they're just like fucking everything that moves. It's like, I don't know where you learned this from and why you think that's okay. I mean, like, I get it. Look, play the field. It's weird because even in my head, I think about it because Tiff knows my number and I know her number.
Yeah.
And my number is much higher than hers. And even though my number is much higher, I don't care. Like, it is whatever. I'm goddamn pretty. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for agreeing. Yeah, there you go. You
caught me on that.
I
fell for that one. Yeah.
Did you see did you hear the awkward 10-second
I know.
Oh,
I was just
goodness.
like, what the
What? Oh.
What did I just say?
It's fine. It's fine. But even though Tiff's number is whatever it is, it's low, I'm still like, you fucking whore.
That's how
And it's just weird because you don't.
that double standard relationship crosses over even into marriage.
It's so
if if a husband and wife is married and the man, remember we was having this conversation, it starts with the bachelor party. The men's bachelor party, trust me, is going to be a lot more loose and exciting than the female's bachelorette party.
Right.
And it's almost expected and it's accepted that he's going to take it pretty far. And like I said, and then in the actual marriage, if something happens where he somehow commits adultery or steps out, her forgiving him, everyone expects her to forgive him. But if she does the same thing, everyone's hailing for the divorce.
Now, why is that?
She's looked at as a filthy whore. I mean, like, it's
but
like...
why? Like, but what is... Like, is this like a society type of thing?
It's almost like they want the woman to be totally pure, or like she should have enough... Like, if you got two people that are unfaithful to each other, they expect the woman to be the least unfaithful or to somehow try to hold it together. Because... the woman is the person that holds down the home, correct?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, I'm not saying that it's not fair.
No,
but it's reality.
Right.
So that's pretty much going to be the overlying message after all of these double standards, including the one with the store. It's not fair,
but it is
reality.
It is what it is.
What is happening?
But I think I think the more people are actually made aware of it, I think that helps somehow. Like, just, it's kind of like awareness. It doesn't fix the problem, but if you're self-aware of what's going on.
Look what you was just getting ready to say, but remember you said your number and Tip's number, even though your number's way higher, her number, it seemed like, comes with an extra level of tent and dirt, right?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man, no man likes the idea of his woman being stepping out on him with somebody else. I mean, that shit will drive you crazy.
Yeah. All right, so what other standards do we have here?
Oh, no. We stand with the men versus women type of standard.
So we're gonna piss off all the ladies.
Yeah,
all two of them.
No. This is a situation where the woman has the upper hand over the man in a certain instance. So, all right, clubs, bars, establishments where nowadays, almost anywhere there's any celebration, on the flyer it says, women get in free until 11 o'clock. Women drink free until 12. Meanwhile, the man is paying a double cover charge to get into this place. It's almost like he's paying his cover and the woman that's gotten in free's cover. So
it's called the pussy tax.
Yeah, and we're getting penalized because of what's between our legs. So definitely, or just in the club. I don't know how many times I've been in the club line and women have, I've been in this line maybe 10 minutes and women have jumped out of cars and let it be 3 or 4 of them that they don't even have to look that decent. They could just, almost half naked or something like that. They get to the front of the line and they get in immediately. So there's definitely, in that aspect, the woman has the upper hand in that double standard.
Well, there's your win, I guess.
But yeah, it's between that and the pimps and all of that, but I don't know. So
you said something about ugly. What?
All Here right. we go.
All right. So, all right. This may divide some people. Pretty versus ugly.
Yes, and everyone has different levels of, or different interpretations of pretty and ugly. But the majority is kind of the same. and I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but pretty versus ugly is a double standard that has went on since the beginning of time and will go on until time is over.
Now, obviously, this is coming from a guy's point of view, so we only have the ability to speak on that. But, thinking about that, I mean, just a random example, I guess. You're at a store.
Yes.
And it's that situation where it's one line that converts into two.
Yes.
And you have the smoke show on the right, and you have the troll on the left. Now, look, all you're trying to do is ring up your Reese cup.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to the CVS.
Not a sponsor, but hey, free advertising, I guess. You're gonna go to the smoke show if you will wait. She will let someone go in front of you. Like, go that fucking monster over there. Even though all you're gonna get done is get your stuff
rung out,
and it's not like you're gonna go ahead and pull this girl and guys are gonna go and be a couple. No, it's just like, hi. Like, how is there anything else you need? No. And you're just sitting there, and it's like, hi, pretty lady. And then if you went to the other girl, it's like, you just throw the Reese cup at her, like, fucking ring it up. Just ring it up. Keep the change. Get the fuck away from me.
I mean, and I've noticed that mistakes that are made, like, let's suppose there's two barmaids.
Yep.
And they both go to the bar. Okay, one is serving one table of men or a table of even people. And this is not just men and women, because women are more susceptible, or women are more nicer to pretty women as well. Because I'm telling you, women prefer a woman that looks halfway decent as well. Like, I mean, so let's suppose there's a table full of people.
So, hold on here, because I always thought it was the other way around. Because from like a threat standpoint, like, I feel like they're going to go to the non-aesthetic.
Birds of the same feather like to flock together.
Yeah, but there's always that one in that group that's like, one of these things are not like the other.
Well, I mean, like, okay, when there's a group of women, there could be a group of women going out. The majority of the women, they want women that look similar to them, and then they want two extreme opposites, probably. They want somebody that is ugly so they can look better around
by
them.
comparison.
So
right?
everybody has to have that animal that they bring around with them.
Jesus. I wish I had an animal noise on the soundboard.
Everyone,
just a barnyard.
Everyone brings that warthog with them just so they can all look good. And then the one girl that stands out the most, there's always going to be one that's prettier than the whole group most of the time.
Right, it's the one that's the star of the group.
You want to be somewhere in the middle, you know what I mean? But back to the barmaid thing, or even the restaurant table, if the person that's serving your food or serving your drinks, let's suppose she brings it over on a tray or a platter and one of the beer spills.
Oh, God.
If it's a pretty, fine woman, the dudes is going to jump up like, oh, let us help you with that. Oh, yeah. And she's going to be like,
I'm so
sorry. Yeah, she's going to be like, I'm so sorry. They're like, no, that's okay. Everything's cool. You can just bring us another one and I'll pay for it. You know, all these extended offers.
Let it be a girl with a lazy eye. Let it be a girl with a lazy eye. You are going to call her parents. You're going to call her parents. You're going to curse her parents.
You are going to get up, put her head in your arm, and slap her back down to the ground like a DDT. Because you are so mad. Like, you ugly fuck. How could you mess up my drink?
And it's so mean, like in the green. And like, don't get it twisted here, people. We're not like advocating for any of these, especially but it's just the human nature, and it's like a stupid, instinctual, primal thing
is
that
everywhere. I mean, this is at work,
right?
I've seen at work, pretty girl makes a mistake on. I work in a call center. And the pretty girl makes a mistake on an account. 9 times out of 10,
like, I will fix it. You can go home for the rest of the day. Go get a massage on my dime. It's fine.
It's fine. I'll fix the mistake. Man, let that hyena make that mistake.
And it's like, oh, I just started. Well, I'm
gonna write you up.
It's like you just stopped because bitch, you're fired. And it's just such a ridiculous thing. But
and people's level of beauty and can even be tied to body parts. So you women out there with the nice breasts or the nice ass, so to speak, you're gonna get better treatment than someone that doesn't have it.
Right. And it's just such a caveman instinct. It's just a caveman think, like, ooh, I like you because you and it just doesn't make sense. But especially in like the service industry, No,
but like I said, and on top of that, like I said, some women they prefer to have women that's like them as well, because the women with the robust chest, when they see a woman with a not so favorable chest, they're making fun of her like she's a part of the itty bitty titty committee.
Yeah.
So they even ridicule each. It's a double standard. Is it fair?
And I really wish Tiff would be awake for this. I'd love to hear. I would love to hear her insights on this, because I'm wondering, like, assuming girls kind of. I mean, girls aren't as shitty as we are.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, like, a woman's sense of, as far as a man that is supposed to be desirable, sometimes I get it, because you can tell the hunks or the guy, a woman's guy. But some guys are like, hey, he looks this way, and I'm looking like, I don't see it. Like, I don't understand.
Listen,
like,
you could walk in with a lazy eye, a dick on your forehead, your ear is next to your nose, and it's like, oh, he's good with kids. He's nice. He's funny. It's like, yeah, I'm going to fuck him forever. And it's the weirdest thing. And it's like that, like they're
we're definitely way more shallow. Yeah,
we're terrible
We're
people.
surface. We're straight to the surface, and women are a lot deep. They have more emotions. It's more internal with women, but don't get me wrong. They're looking to. I mean, they have a surface.
Like, obviously, my thing was silly. I mean, you can't have a dick on your forehead. That's,
yeah. I mean,
well, maybe
they have a level of standards too. I mean, like they have. They want a man that's desirable, but at the same time, they're willing to look past the surface.
Yeah.
Whereas men, we're right there at the surface, and we stay right there.
Their line in the sand is very, very large. Our line in the sand is like a pinprick. It's like, this is the little bit that I'm able to deal with.
Yeah.
Anything past that, have you ever seen Old Yeller? Yeah. I mean, we're just.
I mean, like, men, I guess when we're looking to see, does she look good? Maybe looking at body parts, and then if we get to know them and they end up being a great person, then it's like,
can I fucking tolerate you?
Yeah. Then it's like, okay, I hit the lottery if you actually become a friend, and we laugh together and we get along very well. Then you have something special there. You know what I'm saying? But men are willing to take a chance. I don't know how many men out there has taken a chance on a pretty, beautiful woman that's as dense as a sack of hammers. Man. I mean, just because she's pretty, or just because she has big boobs, or because, she has a nice ass. I mean, people have taking that chance, and they ended up.
Stop giving me examples because I keep checking boxes off here. I'm like, yep, did it.
And we go after the mental or the emotional aspect second, whereas women probably put that.
Generally speaking,
first.
every blonde I've ever been with has been an absolute box of rocks.
Dumb as
and I'm just like, see, you're pretty, but I don't think you can spell pretty. But I'm like, you're pretty though, so I'll hang out for a little bit longer. It's pretty. No, I mean, here's my daily shout out to Tiff. I mean, I feel like I definitely caught something because she doesn't look like a foot. She is a real great person. So just in general, like she's one of the, like, oh, you're actually a normal person that, but yeah, the double standards are silly.
No, but vice versa. Now that I think about it, could you be with someone that is truly defined most of the time, the majority of the time, as an ugly person?
No. Hard.
They could be the greatest they could have.
Don't care.
What is Gandhi? What's Gandhi's first name? I don't know. They could have Gandhi's heart. They could be the greatest person. You just can't get past it.
It's a hard no there, Slugger. Not doing it. Yeah. I have no qualms with admitting and saying I'm shallow. I have been with my fair share of monsters.
Yeah.
Definitely in my younger days, I was learning the ropes. Yeah, I'm all set. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Because there's always that joke where it's like, would you still be with me if I'm fat?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, fucking depends. A little bit. Like, if you get up to $4, I'm piecing the fuck out.
Yeah, for me, I think that in that situation, I would peace out for the simple fact that in fear something is going to happen because I am going to start looking the other way. I am going to eventually, slowly, gradually cheat.
There's because no there. I'm just gonna cut the whole thing off. It's like listen, because here's the thing: you clearly don't give a shit about yourself. You've let yourself get.
We've talked about that, where it's
like,
almost like a self-neglect thing. So
right.
If you should be. I run around. I'm my own. I try to be my own worst critic, and if I can't criticize myself enough, or to do what I need to do, or do as much as I can to change my appearance, then
right.
How can I expect somebody else to love me for it? It's like you got to have some self-respect and self-esteem before you can even reach out and love somebody,
Yeah, and I get it. It's like just most people are gonna say that. Oh, would you still love me? It's not. It's like a hypothetical. They're not really going to aspire to get to that point.
Yeah,
it's always just been a weird question. It's like, why? Like, why? Like, are you just trying to...
My response to that has always been, I don't want to tell you a hardcore yes, I'll or a hardcore no, or I'm just letting you know, just logistic-wise, I'm eventually going to somehow squirm out of it. It's just,
you know what you do? Here's a good response to it.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and ask the question.
Would you still love me if I'm fat?
Let's not risk it.
Good one.
I mean, because it's a thing where it's like I don't want to see how shallow I am. Like I know I'm generally shallow because I'm a guy.
Your answer is don't make me make that decision.
Right? Like don't make my lizard brain click in and look at you. And it's like woof. Like let's not play that game. But yeah, I thought that was always a weird question to. I mean, I get it. It's more like, well, how deep is your love? It's like, I mean, I don't know, kiddie pool shallow, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you didn't love yourself enough, I mean, I understand. When relationships happen, everyone gathers a little bit of weight here and there. You have children,
right,
and so on and so forth. But I'm talking like beyond. Like if I met you and you was, $130, $120, and then all of a sudden you're 325 plus. That's a breach of contract.
That is a big bitch. But yeah, that's a breach of contract, right?
You have violated the terms of the agreement.
That's when you start getting Roger Goodell in the whole situation. He starts kind of looking at his contract. It's like, there's some loopholes here.
We were going to fine you for sanctions.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, obviously some of this is like kind of tongue in cheek and we're being a little silly, adding a little levity to it. But there really is that part of the lizard brains that we have that, at least for dudes, we are very driven by aesthetics.
Superficial.
And we will give pretty people more leeway on anything generally. And it's, I don't even know if there's like this little subconscious thing. It's like, well, maybe if I do this, maybe she'll fuck me. Doubtful, but I think there's like 1% of your brain that's like, so you're saying there's a chance? No, there's not a chance. Fuck it, we'll do it anyway. It's just the dumbest thing, but I don't think girls are really like that too much. I mean, there are probably instances and anomalies and whatever, but I think if you look at the ratio of that, no, girls are just like, leave me alone. I don't care. Just let me get my shit and get out of here. That's fine.
That's another thing as far as you said. The ones that are pretty, they have some of the shittiest attitudes because they've been put on a pedestal.
Right, because they can't.
Life. They've been told they're so pretty, so they act shitty on purpose because they know that you're going to look past their attitude and try to still be in their good graces or something.
So basically, what Jermaine is saying is marry an ugly chick and get you a nice little side piece.
No, what I'm saying is find you an ugly duckling syndrome where maybe in their younger life they were considered ugly.
Oh damn, you're going straight 90s movie now.
You wife them up and then they sprout out
blossom.
and they're beautiful and they never even seen that they were.
Listen, if this is the 1990s, that would be another one of those teen movies. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that we just want to kind of cover that, those standards. I mean, obviously the first two were more serious than the third one, but we kind of felt it would be a good idea to kind of, go that route with it. But I think it's what's the tagline here? I mean, you
tagline pretty much is it's not fair. But it is reality.
Yeah.
And you can apply that tagline to all three of them, and majority of double standards is what happens.
And look, if y'all don't catch anything from this, at least get this last part. Be aware of this. Maybe, if you do have these weird unconscious biases or whatever, in whatever walk of life you're doing, think about this conversation, man, because It can't be a good feeling to be on the other end of that.
Yeah.
It's you said it's not right, and I get it. And it's, who knows how that's going to kind of evolve, but just be aware of it, folks.
I always said that, be aware of, especially the, children's state, like different stages of being called ugly. I think that when you're in your adolescent years
I'm past that. Fuck those ugly kids. I don't give a shit about
that.
No,
but I'm saying, you got to be conscious because those are the kids that are shooting up the school. It's the ones that are, that have been ridiculed. The ugly children of today or of yesteryear are the killers of tomorrow. I mean, those people, they carry that hate and sometimes they unleash it onto the rest of the world.
Unfortunately, a lot more now than before, and I don't even want to talk. That shit'll make me start crying.
Yeah.
But that was a good episode. I think we, we had the serious stuff, we had the fun stuff, but I think the moral of the story is double standards are not okay, and it's not. Just be aware of it and. Pass on some knowledge and pass on some love and stop treating people fucked up because they're not you. It's weird. But
So what we honing in on next week?
all right. Well, apparently Jermaine's a preacher. So we got a few things kind of in the mix here. We got a few ideas.
Bubbling.
Okay. And we're not sure which direction we want to go. So we're gonna kind of give it about a half a week. Wait and see if a few things kind of fall into place. So, shameless plug here, but it's, if any time is the time, it would be now.
Yeah, we want some comments. We want, some ideas.
Get on the Twitter, get on the YouTube, kind of subscribe to that stuff so you can kind of see, here's what we're gonna do. So what we're looking to do next week. So you're not, unless you want to be surprised, which is fine too. But
yeah,
definitely start subscribing to the YouTube, because I'm seeing, I think there's only like 4 or 5 people, but a ton of people are watching it. So like we have 19 or 20 unique people that have watched it. So 16 of you aren't clicking that bell. Click the fucking bell. But we're still doing the Patreon giveaway. I'm still waiting for people to jump in there. I don't know why y'all don't want free. I don't know why y'all want.
Man. Everybody has too many of them, I guess.
Yeah, I that first world problems, I guess.
Jersey, I can't get enough of them.
But yeah, just in general, though, it would be nice to kind of see some people jump in there, and obviously for the support aspect too, which is always appreciated. But all the links, just like normal, going to be in the description. My dog is upstairs losing his fucking mind. I don't know what's happening. So it's probably a good time to skedaddle out of here. So, this is, by the way, the last episode, it was the X's and O's, and I uploaded it to BDE. I kind of think I just may upload this to X's and O's just so it's not all, because I don't want to be on episode 9 and then 7 on the other. So this is going to go to X's and O's. So if you're looking for a draft, look at the other BDE one that got released on Saturday, because I'm terrible at what I do still. So it's fine.
You can have a specific crowd that only listen to X and O's, and it gives them a nice free sample of BDE and vice versa.
Ooh, dangle the carrot.
Yeah.
There you go. See, look at you, the marketing whiz over here. Boy. But no, I as always, I appreciate everyone that's listening and sharing this as much as they can. It really does mean the world, because I still check the numbers like a lunatic, and it's I don't know, it's exciting. It's a weird thing, but I really do love doing this. So,
yep.
Got any parting words here?
No. I think we covered some. This double standard. That was a pretty awesome experience right there. Just going through it, and it really happens, man, on a constant.
Yeah, it's. It's sad, but it's also like almost comical in a way to see how over the top it is. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, what? Like this, it feels like it's satire, but it's real life, and it's just like, oh, this is broken. This is nuts. But yeah, like I said, we got a few different kind of ideas for next week, and we're gonna see what things kind of fall into place, and we'll let you know midweek. But I guess, what's your name?
My name is Jermaine.
Okay. My name is... I don't have anything silly to say because it's like 12:30. So my name is Rich. It's fine.
And you just enjoyed BDE Street.
Go.
We didn't do the echo this time. We good.
Oh yeah, we can't. We can't.
Yeah, we are oversaturated.
Fuck it. No, you're not gonna do it. Hold on. And you guys can go fuck yourselves.